Brian Cashman had a lot to say to the media last night. Also, too, Hal Steinbrenner. He's going to talk to the media on Monday. Oh, boy. Here we go. Listen, if you love the Yankees and you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 24,000 subscribers. So if you can help us get there, that would be an absolute blessing. And I just want to say this once again. Thank you guys for clicking on the video, for watching all the way through, commenting, hitting that like button. Like, seriously, for the people that do it, thank you so much. You're making this guy live. You're helping this guy live his dream, talking about the New York Yankees every day. So almost every day. So thank you guys so much for that. It truly does. It means a lot. I'm incredibly blessed. And listen, we got to talk about what Cashman said. And I know a lot of you don't like him. I know a lot of you think, oh, he's blowing smoke. He has to say these things. Last offseason, when they lost out on Soto, the Yankees, whether you want to give him credit or not, the Yankees responded pretty fast, right? They acquired Bellinger. I know he came off of an off season with the Cubs, had like a 750 OPS. The Cubs were just looking to shed his deal. The Yankees took on his entire contract, and I believe they paid him like $22.5 million out of the 25. The Cubs covered the other 2.5. He went out and he improved the team. He went and got him. He went and got Goldschmidt, I believe, on a little bit of a discount, but he went and got Goldschmidt last year. He went and traded for Devin Williams, one of the best relievers at that time in baseball. I know he had a rough year, but at that time, he was one of the best in baseball. And then, obviously, Max Fried, who stepped up and acted like the Yankee ace last year in the absence of Garrett Cole. Cashman had a good offseason. He really did last year. And he had I think, now, obviously, third base was an issue heading into the season. However, because he's been pretty good every offseason, he has been. 2 off seasons ago, Juan Soto, right? The Juan Soto trade. He's been very good, I think, in improving this team. And the one thing I want to see him do this offseason, I don't want him to stop. Like last year, we were a third baseman short heading into 2025. I don't want to be a player short. I want to be fully there this year. And I hope that's the approach they take. Now with Grisham taking on that $22 million, Cashman talked about that. And he said that the Yankees have this financial space. They do. They have the financial space to do what they need to after Trent Grisham's decision in taking that qualifying offer. They have the financial space to improve this team. All right. Maybe you think, oh, Cashman has to say that. Well, at least we're hearing it. We're hearing it come from somebody. And then he also mentioned that he's very good at spending money. Yeah, he's good at spending money. And here's the kicker. Hal hasn't necessarily told him if there's a limit or not. That's what he tells us. And if we're going to take what he's saying as the truth, well, I wonder where this payroll is going to go. Because now you have Grisham on the books for $22 million, just a hair above $22 million. Well, the Yankees' projected payroll right now is like around $281. That's a lot. If the Yankees are going to go to, if they're going to sign Cody to $25-30 million, you're going past 300. And then you still haven't improved that pitching staff. And Cashman said, hey, that's a goal of theirs, to improve the pitching staff. Pitching. It's an outfielder or two. They got Grisham back, so now it's one more outfielder, according to him. Because he did say that heading into the offseason, there were 2 vacancies. Makes you think, what do they think about Spencer Jones? What do they think about Dominguez? Are both guys gone? Because What's the point in making one of them a fourth outfielder when they have both players have a lot of value? You could get something for them. You could even probably package them both. And listen, I don't want to do that. I kind of want to see this through. But at the same time, if you could figure out how to make a substantial move in moving those two players to get a piece back that's going to help you win a championship, then I'm all for it. But are you going to do that? Now, the interesting thing is Cashman obviously brought up Cody's name. He mentioned that he spoke to Scott Boras about Cody Bellinger. And then he mentioned Casey Close, which is Kyle Tucker's agent. Did I call Boras a manager? I meant to say Cody's agent. He then talked about how he spoke to Casey Close, and he specified which is Kyle Tucker's agent. He specified the top 3 outfielders on the market: Bellinger, Tucker, Grisham. And he got one of them. And he also mentioned that with Grish, it was a 50-50 shot. Yeah, he gambled. We're over that now because we have to be. Grisham's a Yankee. He hit 34 homers. We have to look at it in a better light now. I just hope that this deal doesn't stop the Yankees from improving this team. And according to Cashman, with how he was talking, it won't. It won't hinder them from improving the team. And him mentioning that they have 2 vacancies in the outfield. They filled up 1. They're going to try to sign Cody. He mentioned Kyle Tucker's name. Then he said maybe even through a trade they could get an outfielder. Or then basically the third option, a position battle between Jones and Dominguez. That's where the Yankees could potentially go. Now, he also mentioned names like Kyle Schwarber, Michael King. He threw Paul Goldschmidt's name in there. I think that's just out of respect, right? He respects the player. Goldschmidt had an okay season with us. I mean, his power was non-existent. I believe he had like 10 home runs, but he played a nice, solid first base. It was good over there. Veteran presence in that clubhouse that I think was helpful. So he's just, I think, in talking about Goldschmidt, it's just out of respect. I don't think he's coming back. But he's mentioning names like Schwarber, Michael King, who the Yankees reportedly are interested in bringing back when talking about Casey Close's clients. When talking about Boris's clients, he just mentioned Cody Bellinger. That was it. He didn't mention Pete Alonso. Right? He mentioned Cody Bellinger. So it sounds like the Yankees want Cody. If they could get him back, they will. But I think, and obviously, the Yankees could get in trouble if they say, oh, we're not in on so-and-so. They could get in trouble for that because it hurts the players' market and all that stuff. I think in my heart, they're going to make Kyle Tucker an offer. I do. I think that they're going to make Tucker an offer because Cody Bellinger's role is different now. It's different. It's not to play center field. That's Grisham. That's his job. He signed back for another year. That's his job. Now, we just need a corner outfielder. And this is where I think the likelihood in getting Kyle Tucker increased a little bit. Maybe I'm freaking delusional. Maybe I'm in denial. I've been there before. Maybe I'm there again. But I'm calling it like I'm seeing it right now. And he also mentioned he spoke to Imai's agent. Is it Boris? To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know. Leave a comment if you could tell me who Imai's agent is. But I think Cashman had a lot to say. He had a lot of good things to say. It didn't make me feel a certain way. It didn't make me feel didn't give me any bad feelings. Now we're going to hear from Hal Steinbrenner on Monday. And we're going to see what Hal Steinbrenner has to say. This is the first time he's spoken to the media since February. The owner of the New York Yankees hasn't spoken to the media since that's a long time. So we're going to hear from Hal on Monday. I assume the media is going to ask about the payroll, and rightfully so, as we should know what's going on. So listen, let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.